So I've had this deep edge canvas for quite some time now. It's 36 inches by 12 inches, depending on which way around you want to do it. And I thought it would be the perfect canvas to use to create a piece of abstract art from my leftover resin casts and leftover MDF pieces that I've got. Because the canvas is so big and my desk is so small, I'm not going to be able to show you working on the entire canvas all the time. But the first thing that I want to do is mark out a little bit of a guideline for my composition. So I'm just going to use a pencil and draw on the canvas where my composition, or how my composition is going to be laid out over the entire canvas. So even doing a long shot with my phone like this, you're still not going to get the whole canvas in, but you'll probably get enough. So I'm just going to freehand draw a line down the middle, and then I'm going to do a cross on both sides, and then at this side I'm going to do a small cross there, and at this side I'm going to do another cross there. So that is kind of what my composition layout is going to be. So these are a few tubs filled with resin pieces that never actually made it into a composition. Over pours really, so stuff that I poured and never actually used. As for the MDF, it's just pieces from sets that I never used up, offcuts and bits that just really were going to be thrown away that I just decided to keep in case they came in handy. Also from some designs that I did for other people that I never released myself, like this Monstera leaf. So for speed and ease, I'm going to be sticking all of my elements down to my canvas using my hot glue gun, only because it's just quicker and I don't have to wait for any kind of gel medium to stick or dry before I can move on and add extra elements. So that's the only reason why I'm using my hot glue gun. So after severely burning my fingers a couple of times on the hot glue gun, I'm going to call this composition complete. I've just got to add some smaller, minute kind of micro items to it, and then I'm going to be all done. So I've now glued down some micro beads just scattered around the canvas, but I have to wait for the glue to dry before I can tip off and remove any of the excess. So it's going to be a couple of hours before I can do that. So it's now been a couple of hours and I've taken off all the excess beads, micro beads from the canvas now. So what's left is what's stuck. As you can see, different kind of grades of beads in different areas. All the beads, micro beads, are all set and in place now. I've also just given them a quick spray with a matte fixative as well, just to kind of make sure that they're all stuck down. I've turned it upside down and give it a good shake, and no more of the beads are falling off now, so that's a big bonus. So what I have to do now is to give the whole thing a coat of white gesso. Now obviously I'm not going to be able to show you the entire canvas while I'm doing it, so I'll just dip in and out in fast forward as I'm going through the whole process. Now that the entire canvas has had one coat of gesso, it's time to kind of tilt it and have a look from all directions to see if there's any places that you've missed. So I've just noticed that in that petal there's no gesso in there. There's a few other small areas that could do with a little bit more gesso at the top, but I'd have to go all the way around the canvas to see if there's any other places. Maybe a little bit more down here that needs adding in. This side, that looks pretty good. So I'll go away and just add in a little bit more gesso to those areas that I know are going to cause me problems in the future, and then I'll be right back. The colours I'm going to be using are some Daler Rownley acrylic inks. So I have sap green, antelope brown, burnt umber, raw sienna and yellow ochre. So some warms with a hint of greens just inside. So that's going to be the basis for, so yellows, browns and greens are going to be the basis for the canvas. So I'm going to start off with some of the yellow ochre. Now these pipettes in the lids are supposed to work, but I've always found that they don't particularly. And then I'm going to spritz with water. and there is going to be lots of drippage and running with these. I'm adding some colour at the top, but I also want to add a little bit of that same colour down at the bottom, but obviously I can't do that while it's off screen, or I can't show you it because it's down at the bottom of the canvas. As soon as you hit these with water, they start to flood and flow, which is just perfect. And then you can tip, get it to run. Okay, so on to fast forward. Okay, so that first round of colour is almost dry, so I'm going to put the inks away now, and I'm going to bring out some translucent acrylic paints from Indigo Blue. Okay, so the three colours I'm going to bring in are Tiger Lily, which is a lovely kind of warm orange, Lime Marmalade, which is a nice, obviously, lime colour, but I'm also now going to bring in a bit of a cool colour, but it's a mixture. So this one is called Teal for Two. So it's going to have a little bit of turquoise just thrown in there, which is going to complement the greens and the yellows a little bit. I'm going to use this one sparingly. So this is the canvas with the colour so far, all dry, or mostly dry, probably about 80%, 90% dry. So I decided against using that teal colour. I didn't really think it needed it. So now it's time to add the final coat of bling. So because we've got lots of warm tones in the canvas and the colours, I'm going to be using gold as my finishing touch. So there we have it, all the gold, all the bling now in place. It's difficult to really see it with the light being so close to it, but I can't really lay it down and show you the full thing because it's just too darn big. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create that canvas. It's taken me 2 days to do it, but obviously it's only taken you about 15 minutes to watch. So if you have enjoyed watching me create that, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video to see more videos like this one. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget to check out your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. Thank you.